Good morning. Did you all have a good weekend? Yeah, good. Okay, who remembers the paper that you worked on and completed last week on Friday? Do you remember the paper that you completed in class? Yeah? Okay, it should look like this, but I need you to go and get it. I told you not to take it home last week, remember? Okay, so you need to go and get the paper because the first thing that we are going to do this morning is we're going to talk about that paper, but we're also going to work and add to that paper, okay? So it looked like this before you worked on it. I need you to go and find that paper and bring it back, okay? All right, go get your paper, please. Okay, so you all have the paper, right? Okay. Who can tell me what we worked on with that paper? Yeah? Who remembers the sign for that? Not fingerspelled perimeter, right? What's the sign for that? Perimeter, okay? And what were you finding when you worked on perimeter? Okay. Let me ask again. Were you finding the inside of the shape when you were measuring for perimeter? The inside? No, you were not finding or measuring the inside. You were measuring the outside. So how did you measure? What did you do to find the perimeter? Did you multiply? No, what did you do? You found the measurements of all the sides and you added them together. Okay, so you added like 4 different measurements? Yeah, you could. Okay, so the paper that you have does not have numbers, but I added numbers to mine up here, and I want you to look. You're going to come and you're going to draw a number from a hat. And that number is what you're going to look for on your paper. Okay? So I have a hat that has 6 different numbers. And the number that you pick is going to be the number of the problem that you worked on your paper. Okay? So then you're going to go look back to your paper and you're going to find what you said that answer was. Okay? So if you pick the number 6 and the answer that you wrote for number 6 equals 12, that's the number that you're going to need to find the shape that I want you to work on today. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So when I tell you to come up here, I'm going to call your names, and one at a time, you're going to come to the front of the room, and you're going to pick a number from the hat. That number is, where do you look? Look for that number. Around the room? No. You look back to your paper and find that problem on your paper. Okay? So I want Sally to come first, and she's going to draw a number from a hat, and then you're going to go back and look back at your paper. Okay, hold on. When you find the answer to that number on your paper, that answer number is going to be the number that you need to find your shape. So you're going to go and find your shape, and then you're going to come and bring your shape back to your desk and measure 2 sides. Not the sides that are the same, but like the top and the right, or the bottom and the left. It doesn't matter, but you're not to measure the top and the bottom, or the left and the right. You're not going to measure the same sides. Okay? Because they're going to be the same measurements. If you measure the left and the right, it's the same. or if you measure the top and the bottom, it's the same, okay? So you're going to measure the top and the left, the top and the right, it doesn't matter. But you're gonna measure that with your ruler, okay? And then I will walk you through the next steps. Understand? So first you have to wait for me to do what? To call your name, yes. And then you're going to find the number problem that you worked on the paper to find the answer, right? The answer tells you what? The number of the shape that you will use. Okay? Okay. Sally, you're first. Come. Okay, so you all found your shape, right? And then you measured the sides, 2 different sides, right? Okay, so some of the things that you all had were a block, and you measured. Who had this? Kevin. Okay, and Kevin measured the top or the bottom? The top and the right. Okay, so Kevin measured the top and the right. Okay, who had the card? Okay, Jonathan. Okay, so he measured the top or the bottom? Top or bottom? Jonathan measured the top and the left. Okay. Who had the movie? Okay. Sally, did you measure? How did you put it? Like this? Okay. Did you measure the top or the bottom? Can you tell me that in a full sentence, please? I measured the top and the right? The right? Okay. So Sally measured the top and the right. Okay? So those were just some of the things that you found, right? Somebody had a book. Yeah? Okay. I have it's like a card that somebody sent to me through the mail. And I measured that. So you can see that I measured with my ruler 7 inches on the top. And then the left was 4 inches, right? So now I'm not going to find the parameter. I'm going to find the area. I want to know the inside. The measurement of the inside of my shape. Okay? So I'm not going to add 7 and 4. I'm not going to add them. I'm going to multiply them to find out how much is on the inside of the shape. Okay? So if I multiply 7 times 4, what does that equal? 28, right. So the inside of my shape will be 28 inches squared. Okay? Why do I have the little 2 here? Does anybody know? Because I multiplied. If I'm multiplying inches by inches, I'm going to have squared a little 2 at the top on the far right, okay? So when you see your numbers, you're going to multiply them. We are all using inches. Some might be using centimeters because we used a ruler, right? Yes. Okay, so you're going to find the area area by multiplying, okay? So multiply your two numbers, and then we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do next, because not all the time are you going to be finding and measuring the sides and then multiplying, okay? Most of the time they're going to give you not the answer, but they're going to tell you what the number on the top and the number on the right. They will tell you that. Then the only thing that you have to do is multiply and find out how much the area is. Okay, so the difference between perimeter and area is not adding all the sides, right? In area, you're only measuring two sides and you're multiplying, right? To find what? When I'm measuring for area, what am I finding? Yes, the inside of the shape, okay? Most of the time they will give you the top and a right number, just like your perimeter paper that we worked on last week, okay? So now I want you to multiply and find your area for your shape. And then we're gonna go out to the hallway using tape, blue tape, and I have already measured different size shapes, okay? So you're going to go and find out how many squares are inside the area, inside the shape. You can count if you want, or if you want to practice your multiplication, you can find out 1, 2, 3 squares down, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares across. 3 times 4 equals what? Okay? You can either one. You can add, count all the different squares inside the shape, or you can, but we're going to practice together, okay? You're going to have a partner, so 2 of you in one group, and you're going to find a shape, and you're going to, measure for the area, multiply for the area, okay? So that's how we're going to practice, and then we're going to come back inside, and we're going to work through another activity, okay? So I'm going to tell you your partners, and then we'll go out into the hallway, okay? Any questions? Are we finding the perimeter? No. We are finding the area. And how do you find the area? We will multiply. Okay? So first, before I give you your partner, I want you to write a full sentence of your area that you multiplied from your shape. Okay? So your sentence should look like this, but not have my number. So my shape had an area of blank. Whatever your area is, you will put in your number there. Okay? Okay, and then I will give you the name of your partner. Understand? Okay, here we go.